Today we're working on a 2005 Chevy Silverado 2500. The complaint is that the air conditioning will be cold sometimes and then warm other times and then just stay hot as if the heater was on hot. So let's dig into it, see what we can find. Doing a quick health report, we see in the HVAC is a B0229, a recirculation position feedback circuit range performance. So we'll keep that in our pocket. Let's verify customer complaint by turning on the AC. Okay, so let's turn it all the way down. AC, crank it up. Give it a second. So right now we have, that's Celsius, hold on, about 92-ish degrees, going down a little. Let's check the passenger side. See that difference between this one and that one. It's about 10 degrees. So let's look at some live data. HVAC, data stream, door positions, door mix command, door mix actual. Okie dokie. That's interesting. Just looking at it, I can kind of feel it getting a little, like it goes cold and then it's warm and then it's cold and then it's warm. That's a lot colder than it was. And if you look at our stuff, the left is the driver's side. Its command is 89. The actual is close to it. Oh, now I can feel it. It's really cold. Yeah, here. Just so you can see what I'm feeling. Celsius again. So I can feel it. It's nice and cold. So we have commanded 189, actual, and it's stopped. It's no longer moving. And then the right side is 56, actual, and it's stopped, no longer moving. So let's crank the heat up on both. Watch the data change. So the commanded has changed. Figure that would have gotten me hot pretty quick. But we're still blowing cold. Compare it. See, that's hot. So look what's happening. So the right side, let me just highlight it. So the right command is 189, 188, and it stopped. So it found its position and it's good to go. The left side is commanded 116, but look what the actual is all over the place. It's increasing, decreasing. It's not finding its location on this left side. So let's figure out why. So this is the theory we're rolling with, is that the actuator, we're on the passenger side, and our actuator's right here. So I have it unplugged. I'm gonna back probe. We want the light blue wire, but the theory is that the position sensor inside the actuator doesn't really know where it is, or it's an erratic signal. So that's why we're seeing that fluctuation in the actual compared to the commanded. So we're gonna plug it in. I got a scope just so we can read quick fluctuations or erraticies with the scope. I have it set on 5 volts. See, that'll focus 5 milliseconds per division. Should be plenty. So back probe, plug it in, and adjust the knob and see what we see on the scope. So this is what we're getting on the scope. You see it's bouncing around quite a bit, between 1.5, 2.5. It's just kind of bouncing all over the place. So that's the position sensor for this actuator. Now it's trying to get to cold. If we change it, let me change it to hot. See what happens. about the same, just kind of bouncing all over the place. And that's what we were seeing on a scan tool as well. Just to confirm other wires, the light blue and black trace is our 5-volt reference. You can see that here. We got our 5-volt reference, looking good. Brown is our power. You can see here, maybe, oh, it won't focus. There. If you look at the bottom left of the screen, it says V max. It says it's 14 volts. So that's battery voltage. The vehicle's running. So power. Check ground is the yellow. Maybe on the video it looks white, but that is yellow. So that'll be our ground. So we'll check ground. Our ground, again at the bottom left, is negative 240 millivolts, or pretty much a zero ground. So that confirms it. This needs a new actuator. We'll throw one in and get the readings afterwards. All right, so we let it run through its calibration. Now we pulled up some scan data. It was the left blend door, or they call it the air mix door, left. So now we have commanded and actual. So let me change the temperature, and that'll change the commanded, and the actual should follow. So we're seeing that following very closely. Now we'll go ahead and change it back to cold. So that's good operation. That's what it's supposed to do. You can see our temperature is on the cold. We have it set to 60 degrees. It's getting there, dropping little by little. Let me change it. So now with the heat, we see it going up. And then back to cold. And we'll see it drop. That's Celsius. So that is a confirmed fix. Now we can go ahead and just put everything back together. Well, there you go. That's the diagnosis of the Chevy pickup truck. It wasn't getting cold air coming out of the AC, not because of a compressor or a refrigerant problem, but because the mode door, or the blend door, the air mix is what they call it, wasn't changing from hot to cold. It was staying hot. He said it was intermittent, so sometimes it maybe would change, and now it's nice and cold, but then it would go back to being hot. So, got the diagnosis, got to see the fix after it was replaced. If you want to watch how to replace one of these, I'll post it up here, and you can watch the replacement. All right, well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you on the next one.